Alright, you guys and guy-esses. We're going to talk about one person and one person only today. And I will give you one clue as to who that may be. Actually seems like two clues. So, not entirely fair, I guess. Welcome to Comic Misconceptions, a show that takes you into detail about the things you think you know about comics. I'm your host, Scott Niswander. And today we're going to talk about the incredible, the indestructible, the guy with the purple pants, Hulk himself. Really quick backstory of the Incredible Hulk. Bruce Banner plus gamma radiation equals enormous green rage monster. Hulk's powers, other than the potentially limitless strength that he wields, also includes things like superhuman strength, durability, faster healing, resistance to mind control, yada yada yada. But some other powers that you might not have known that he has are things like the fact that he can breathe underwater, or that he can go without air for over a year, which I don't see why you would need both of those powers. I mean, I guess now I can see how they'd come in handy in very rare situations, each separately, but seems like overkill. But to me, the weirdest one is that Hulk can see ghosts. It seems weird to me. The inspiration for the Incredible Hulk was drawn from two main sources, which would be the Frankenstein monster and Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. They wanted to create a lovable beast that was just kind of misunderstood, which is where Frankenstein comes in, but they also wanted him to be part man, kind of change and lose control, which is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. So you see how those kind of play out, and how they are still the essence of those, even as Hulk has progressed from where he was to where he is today. Speaking of his transformation between man to beast, Bruce Banner can change into the Hulk anywhere between a couple seconds to a couple minutes. I mean, it could go on for a long time, long span of dialogue, or it can just be instantaneous. I mean, you saw in the Avengers how one moment he was Bruce Banner, and then the next, bam, CGI. Now, we all know that Bruce Banner changes into the Incredible Hulk when he gets angry. Well, specifically, it's more to do with adrenaline release in his body than anger, really, but they do kind of play hand in hand together. But originally, the transformation between Bruce Banner and the Hulk didn't have to do with his mood or his adrenaline or anything. It just happened when the sun went down. Every single night, he would transform into the giant green monster, whether he wanted to or not. Also, there was a way that you could change Hulk back to Bruce Banner by shooting him with massive amounts of gamma rays. Would actually take the Hulk's form and turn him back to Bruce. I don't know why that would work, but they probably came up with an explanation. Needless to say, that was written out because can you imagine how many of Hulk's villains would just carry around a giant gamma radiation gun that just every time he's Hulk, just shoot him, boom. Now he's Bruce Banner. Now I'm gonna punch him to death because there's nothing he can do. Another classic element of Hulk is his catchphrase, Hulk smash. But you might not have known he actually has a second catchphrase, Hulk is the strongest there is. Not as catchy. But Hulk wouldn't be the character we know today without being those classic colors green and purple. And actually there are some interesting facts behind those colors. Starting with how the Hulk debuted as gray, not green. But by the second issue, it got really hard to print the gray ink. It was very inconsistent. Sometimes it would be too dark, sometimes it would be too light. It would just seem like different characters and not the same character every page, so they changed the color to the green that we know and love today. But speaking of Hulk's appearance, like any superhero, Hulk appears in many different forms, but my favorite form is the Amalgam Comics Skulk, which is an amalgamation of Hulk and Solomon Grundy. If you don't know anything about the Amalgam Comics, it's basically a storyline where DC Comics and Marvel Comics collide into one universe and create characters like a combo between Wolverine and Batman, or a combo between Superman and Captain America, and Spider-Man and Superboy, and they're actually pretty good. I like them a lot. They don't make them anymore, obviously. Hopefully you guys know a lot more about the Jolly Green Giant, so you can go and impress your friends with all of your knowledge, because you're smart. But we still have to do this week's Trivia Challenge. So last week I asked you guys the question, which state is Gotham City located in? And you all answered, and of course the answer would be New Jersey. Batman's a Guido, man, and I'm not entirely sure I'm using that term correctly. This week's trivia question kind of reflects on all of the great superhero and comic book movies we've had on the past decade plus, and some more great ones coming out in the future, like Man of Steel, that'll be coming out this summer, that we're all excited for, at least I know I am. And with all that blockbuster goodness, it's easy to overlook the movies that almost got made. The terrible movies that would have been travesties had they seen the light of day. For example, Tim Burton's Superman Lives. This movie, had it been made, would have been a complete disaster, and this week's trivia question tells you why. In Tim Burton's Superman Lives, who would have been the actor to don the cape and play the Man of Steel? If you think you know the answer, or at least want to take a nice stab at it, you can comment below in the comments right here on YouTube or on Facebook, or you can tweet at us at NerdSync using the hashtag CMTrivia. And you guys could be featured on the show next week. So use those big old brain thinkers of yours and get to it. Alright, my little minions, you're free to go. Go! Enjoy your freedom. Run off, your little scamps. But hey, if you like this video, please subscribe at the bottom. It really helps us out. And you can also like NerdSync Productions on Facebook and Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter at TheAceConvict. And for NerdSync Productions, I'm Scott Niswander. You'll see you guys next time when we talk about more things that you thought you knew about comics. See you later. We're going to talk about one person and one person only. Oh, what's up? Really quick backstory on the Hulk, and I mean, like, we're literally going to lap this through here. That doesn't make sense. Lap this through? Alright, I'll invent that term for now. I'm going to lock the door now. So...